Hi friends, it's Pastor Will,
Hi, it's Andrew Kirkland.
and we're here with an operations update to help you understand what's going on in the life of our church as we enter 2023. Andrew, we've had lots of work happening in the building. Give us
Yes,
an
we
update.
have. We have. Well, we are sitting in one of those renovated rooms, as you've probably noticed when you walked into the church, that the office hallway and this corridor is being renovated at this time. As you know, the process has been a little slower than we would have hoped, but we are getting to the end point of our office renovations. We have installed some new doors. We're just waiting for some electrical and drop ceiling to be put into place. And then we're going to hopefully be able to round this out in the next month and a half. And so I know it has been a long time coming, but I'm excited to see some of the progress that we've had thus far as it relates to our renovation of our office hallway. And we encourage you to come down and look and see what's happened and what's happening and what's coming. We know, again, that the process has been a little bit slower, but we think that with this next kind of push, we're going to be able to round it out pretty nicely.
That's great. And as Andrew said, please come back and check things out. If you've not signed up for some of our classes that are ongoing, please do that. We've got lots of opportunities and ways for you to take full advantage of these spaces in the coming weeks and months. And I'm really excited to finally have accessible space, safe sanctuaries compliant space that's going to keep our youth and children safe, and space that's got all the technology we need to help people connect both here and online.
That's right.
It's
That's
really
right. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I know that we have some additional projects happening along the church. I know would you like to share a little bit about the roof?
Yes. So as you know, part of the infrastructure project that we've been discussing for the last couple of months includes the roofs on our building. That's a hard word sometimes to say, especially when you're not as caffeinated as you'd like to be. And part of what that means is that in the coming months, the Leadership Council will be receiving bids to replace the roofs on our sanctuary, on our office hallway and chapel hallway, and on our chapel. The roofs on the other portions of our building, the education building, the gymnasium, the kitchen, and the library, have a little bit more life left. And yet we know, even as we're investing in this kind of other side of the building, that the roofs on this side, the sanctuary roof in particular, needs some TLC.
Yes, it does.
Part of what the Leadership Council has committed to doing is increasing what we call the R value, or the level of insulation on our roofs, to help better ensure that we're being good stewards of our resources, lowering our utility expenses, and we're even looking at options to do solar installation on the roof to help make sure that we are taking advantage of all of the ways that we can both lower our expenses and move more gently on the earth. So that's a really exciting project.
It is extremely exciting.
Yes.
It's one that's been in the works for a while, and we're excited to now see it kind of moving forward, that I think is going to be able to really help save the church on future expenses in the years to come. So I'm really excited about the roofs. I'm really excited about all of the renovation projects that have been happening, right? From the parlor to the painting of the sanctuary to the parsonages to the roofs to the hallway. There's so many, to the chapel. There's so many wonderful projects that have happened over the last year or so that I'm really excited to see how we live into all those projects in the church. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, this is all possible because of your faithful financial support of our congregation and the generosity of previous generations that we've received, in part through the sale of the Marvin Memorial Four Corners building. And so we're grateful for that. We want to share with you also some updates about how we ended 2022 and what we're looking toward in 2023. So Andrew, talk with us a little bit about our end of year giving.
Yeah, well, I'm really excited to share that when we started in 2022, we started a budget and we said we needed to receive $560,000 from our members in order to make our budget work. And I'm elated to share that we received $573,000 from our members.
Amazing.
So it is because of your faithful giving that we've been able to utilize some of the surplus that you've given, the $13,000, to put towards some of these projects that we've needed to do for quite a while. So I'm really excited about how you all answer the call when we call on you to meet us and close the gap for our budget. So I'm really, really excited about that.
Absolutely. That's a gift. You know, no community is successful unless all of us are contributing to it. And the ways that you're contributing, both your financial generosity and your generosity of time and leadership ability, is making a real impact in the life of our community. We're serving our neighbors who are in desperate need of food during a season when, as we all know, money is tight.
Right.
We're providing space for NA and AA to meet on a regular basis so our friends and community members in recovery have a safe space to gather. We have growing children's ministries and youth ministries, and all of that is possible because of the ways that you continue to give. Which is a great segue to talk a little bit about stewardship in 2023. So you'll know that in 2022, we started our stewardship campaign, Soul Food, Nourishing the Next Generation, with a goal of raising $600,000 in pledged giving. A little bit of information for you as we think about some of the differences in the ways that we give to the church. A pledged gift is just an estimate of what people plan to give in 2023. It helps us faithfully budget so that we can make sure that we're not putting our congregation in a place of undue financial burden or deficit. Now, we know that historically, we've not had a congregation that has given a lot in terms of pledged givings, but they've given faithfully and extravagantly outside of pledged gifts. So this year, our goal was to take what we know are recurring gifts. That's the gift you set up when you go online that just pulls from your bank account automatically, so that we could move those to pledged gifts and get a clearer sense of what we could anticipate. Now, as of today, we've raised $483,000 of that $600,000 goal. It's not quite where we want to be.
Yeah.
But here's the good news. There's still time to make a pledge. If you haven't already switched your recurring gift over to a pledge, or if you haven't told us what you think you might be able to give in 2023, we encourage you to contact Andrew, to contact me, to contact the church office, and let us know. And keep in mind that this is not a document that you sign that we're going to hold you to contractually. It's just an estimate that you're helping us then estimate what we can expect to be able to do in ministry. And every one of those dollars, I just want to be clear, is not just a dollar. It is a life impacted. It's a space created for somebody who needs to know they're loved by God. It's a meal served. It's a class offered that deepens people's faith. And so as you think about what you might be able to give in 2023, I want you to know that even as we're seeing all these changes in our building and reaping the benefits of those gifts, that there's even more that we can do when you're able and willing to make that estimate of giving and pledge for 2023.
That's right. So please continue to pledge if you haven't. Reach out. We can do it. We can help and you do it for you. So all you have to do is just have a conversation with us, and we can make it really simple for you, so we can count on you for this year and for the years to come. So thank you all.
Thank you, and have a great day.
Yes.